Aloha, and thank you for joining us. This is Legends from the Pacific, episode 89, the conclusion of Lady Whitesnake. This is part 2, so if you haven't heard our previous episode, please go back and listen to it so you may have a deeper understanding of our characters. There's also going to be some items and characters which was mentioned in our other China episodes, so you may want to familiarize yourself with them. As for the rest of us... Yelling erupted from the mountains as Lady Whitesnake and her green snake companion fought the realm's guardians. Though Lady Whitesnake's power was enhanced by the pills of immortality, the sisters struggled against their latest animal opponents, White Crane Boy and Deer Boy. Enough! The southern god appeared, and the warriors bowed. The god pitied Lady Whitesnake's plight. He gave her the sacred herb to resurrect her husband and wished her luck in her future. She thanked the god and revived her beloved. However, Lady Whitesnake's nemesis, the turtle, appeared in monk form. The sisters attacked. The turtle deflected them. Fools, you're no match for me. You're still weakened from your journey. You are quicker, but I will always be smarter. He grabbed Lady Whitesnake's husband. I'll claim my reward, which you may try to retrieve. Lady Whitesnake's husband professed his love for her as the turtle took him. She cursed the turtle. Green Snake took her side. I'm sorry I failed you, my mistress. You didn't. Fear not, little sister. We'll reunite our family. Lady Whitesnake wiped a tear and faced the eastern sea, realm of the great keeper of treasures, the Dragon King. The sisters tirelessly journeyed to the vast depths and sought an audience with the powerful lord. In the Dragon King's court, Lady Whitesnake pled her case and asked for his help. The Dragon King agreed. His eyes glowed. Your husband is imprisoned at Gold Hill Temple. Though I have many treasures, none will benefit you. The Dragon King's wife nodded to her husband. His eyes dimmed. I will give you full command of my army. Lady Whitesnake bowed. Thank you, great Dragon King. He lowered his head. But I fear the terrain will be a critical disadvantage to your endeavor. Lady Whitesnake smiled. Leave that to me. She and her green snake companion sped to Gold Hill. Once there, she was out of breath. Mistress, are you all right? We should rest. No, I can't rest until my family is reunited. They combined their powers to flood the temple. The waters breached the walls and allowed Lady Whitesnake's husband to free himself. The sea army rode in on the tide, and the sisters led them to the main open-air chamber. The turtles, laughing, bounced off the walls. Lady Whitesnake winced. Green Snake went to her side, but she broke away. Show yourself, coward. I admire your army. Now gaze upon mine. The sky opened. Heavenly gods rained down upon them. Mistress, it's a trap. I'll gladly fight the heavens to reunite our family. Lady Whitesnake leapt for her nearest opponent. Pain erupted, and she fell to the ground. Mistress! The green snake went to her sister. Lady Whitesnake scanned her vitals. There was a faint pang. She muffled Green Snake's yelling and listened. Her eyes dilated. Lady Whitesnake placed her little sister's hand upon her womb. Green Snake gasped and faced the descending forces. Army, protect us. We are retreating. Lady Whitesnake's army struggled, buying them time. Her sister lifted her and produced a lotus blossom. The air changed. She gripped her sister. At the far doorway, her beloved entered. She called to him, but her words were lost as she was spirited away. Lady Whitesnake's husband's jaw dropped. Was she injured? How bad was she hurt? Worry consumed the bittersweet emotions of seeing his wife escape. The army began their retreat, and he escaped in the commotion. He didn't know where his beloved was, but he was used to the misleading roads and shifting conditions and began his journey to her. Green Snake took her mistress to a place they may be safe. Lady Whitesnake said her husband was free, and both hoped he escaped. She planned their revenge, but first she had to give birth. Months passed. Lady Whitesnake's vengeance waned, but it festered within Green Snake. She told her little sister not to let it consume her, for patience and reflection are needed now. Green Snake listened to her mistress, and both of them wished Lady Whitesnake's husband were with them. Near the end of her pregnancy, he found them. He was relieved she wasn't injured and thrilled they were having a child. Lady Whitesnake shared her story with him and begged his forgiveness for not telling him sooner. He smiled and wiped her tears. I will always love you, human or not. The family enjoyed their days together. Then she birthed a son. They took turns holding him, then gave him to his father, who wrapped him in another blanket. The turtles laughing filled the room and emerged from the shadows with his men. Fools, I followed your pathetic husband. Green Snake was quick enough to do one thing. She ready to strike, but her mistress's teachings resounded. Her family was scattered. She turned to the father holding his child and spirited them away. The turtle laughed. They don't matter. The turtle imprisoned Lady Whitesnake under Lei Feng Pagoda. Green Snake tried saving her, but the turtle was stronger and banished her. Time passed. Lady Whitesnake's husband raised their son. He told him about his amazing mother and loyal auntie, and noticed his son comprehended things quicker and was smarter than others. He enrolled him in the nation's best Confucian school, where the top scholars awarded the child the highest level of success in the land. The gods were also in awe of the child and told him where he may find his mother. His father was thrilled to know where his beloved was, and they went to Lei Feng Pagoda. Once there, father and son prayed for Lady Whitesnake and wished their family was whole. The ground shook and heavens opened as the gods freed Lady Whitesnake and Green Snake. Mother and auntie embraced the little one, husband and wife kissed, and the sun beamed down upon the reunited family. There are different versions of this story and how it ended. One ending involved Green Snake becoming strong enough to free her mistress by breaking Lei Feng Pagoda and reuniting their family. Others stated, Lady Whitesnake remains trapped until the lake dries up or the pagoda falls. The pagoda being damaged is a common thread, and while there is a real Lei Feng Pagoda, it was actually damaged differently. The pagoda was constructed around 900 CE. 600 years later, in the 1500s, it was pillaged by pirates, and further ruined through the centuries by people who believed its bricks could exorcise evil spirits and bring good luck. 400 years later, in 1924, the last of the pagoda collapsed. Almost 80 years later, around 2001, the site was cleaned, and an underground palace was excavated, which included many cultural relics. Reconstruction was completed on October 25, 2002. Today, Lei Feng Pagoda is a popular destination for tourists and locals. Art pieces inspired by Lady Whitesnake has been sold for thousands of dollars at auction houses like Christie's. Lady Whitesnake's story continues to be retold throughout various media. One of the more popular versions is the 2011 Jet Li film Sorcerer and the White Snake. Around this time, the short film The Legend of Lady Whitesnake, a tribute to the spirit of Alexander McQueen, was created, which starred English fashion designer Daphne Guinness. I didn't think our show would ever mention a fashion designer. The short also included a poem by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman brings us to DC Comics, which used part of Lady Whitesnake's story as Wonder Woman's origin story, which was released in China in the August 2017 issue of New Superman. Now, for you who love finding deeper meanings in things, I wanted to share a little of how philosophers use our version of the story to show the influence of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. You see, Lady Whitesnake represented Taoism. The turtle represented Buddhism. With this in mind, our story showed the duality of good and evil. yin and yang, feminine and masculine, throughout our story, until balance is achieved by her son, who represented Confucianism. Personally, I enjoyed the story on many levels. It's always great seeing crossovers from characters and items from our other episodes. Seeing women in powerful roles is always refreshing, and I also enjoy philosophy and the opportunity to dig deeper into story elements and their meanings. If you like what you heard, please give us a rating and share Legends from the Pacific with your friends and family. I'd really appreciate it. Our theme song is Mystery by Tavana, courtesy of High Sessions. Sound effects are by Sound Effects Factory. Our music coordinator is Matt Duffy, aka DJ TripleBypass. Links and show notes can be found on our website, legendsfromthepacific.com, including a link to your featured song, which is Beautiful Mana'o by Nancy Shupu, courtesy of High Sessions. Legends from the Pacific was written, produced, and edited by me, Kamuela Kaneshiro. I also wrote our original stories. Your featured Hawaiian word is naheka. Naheka means snake. An example of naheka is Indiana Jones hates naheka. Once again, naheka is Hawaiian for snake. As a side note, mo'o could also be used since mo'o means dragon or reptile. So, good job if you thought snake was mo'o. Thank you once again for listening. Mahalo and a hui ho!